know we're all really excited to be here. Nobody more excited than me. So, my name is Roy, and I'd like to take an opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself and to talk about the importance of maintaining and preserving good jobs in America. About 22 years ago, when I was a young man getting ready to start a family, I worked for a small mom and pop trucking company. Didn't have any health care, pension, or any benefits. I soon realized I was going to need something better if I wanted to achieve the American dream and have a good job and provide a good income for my family. So I came to the conclusion that I had to come to Michigan. Michigan is the home of the automobile industry, and it's the home of good jobs. And so I was very fortunate. I came here seeking a good job, and I secured a job as an automobile transporter. We're the guys that drive the really big trucks with a dozen cars on them and take the new cars from the assembly plants to the car dealers. And through that job, it allowed me a very unique perspective. I never needed an economist or a financial analyst or someone to tell me whether the economy was good or bad. It was really simple for me. If I pulled up in front of a new car dealership and the dealer was stocked full of cars, it was obvious. Cars weren't selling, layoffs were soon to come. If I pulled up to the car dealership and I was able to get up their narrow driveway and turn around out back and come out, I knew times were good. You know, cars were selling, we were probably hiring, and things were very good. As an automobile transporter, it was a good job. It was a Teamster job. It provides health care, benefits, the very jobs that the American dream and working families are based on. Now, I've witnessed the other side of that. I've had the opportunity to witness the results of bad trade agreements. I've watched my fellow coworkers, my neighbors, family, friends, some of them lose their jobs, lose their homes, lose their families due to outsourcing jobs and good manufacturing jobs in middle-class America. I've seen friends of mine and throughout the industry now take wage cuts, deep wage cuts, just in an effort to try to hold on a little bit longer to what jobs that they do have. This November, we're going to have a choice. And for me, it's a simple choice. For other people, it might be more difficult. The first choice is we can elect a Republican who will continue the failed policies of George Bush. I'm glad you said that. Because if that happens, I am very, very concerned. We only have, to me, a handful of good blue-collar, working-class jobs left in America. And if that happens, I have no doubt that they will export those remaining jobs in America. If that happens, in my heart, I believe that the American dream at that point will be pushed permanently out of reach for working class Americans. And so fortunately for us, we have another option. We actually do have hope. Come November, we have an opportunity to elect a leader that has a different plan, a plan that's going to restore lost jobs and to create new jobs in America. We have an opportunity to elect a candidate with the experience as a community organizer who has helped create jobs in areas that suffered job losses. We have the opportunity to elect a candidate who has the vision and leadership to restore the American dream to middle-class America. I am extremely proud as a Teamster that my labor union has endorsed Senator Barack Obama. Now I'd like you to all please stand up and help me welcome the next President of the United States.
I just told Roy he's really good. We might have to run him for something. You know, what a wonderful introduction. I am so grateful to Roy. I'm grateful to the Teamsters who have just been tireless in working on behalf of my candidacy. So I'm very grateful to them, and I look forward to a partnership with them to help rebuild America. I want to thank Mayor Jim Fouts for his wonderful comments, and to his children for getting them on board. I don't see them yet, but I was told that one of the best congressmen we ever had, and still a great leader, is there? There he is, right in front of me. I didn't see him. Congressman David Binder. Give him a big round of applause. This guy wrote the book on fighting on behalf of working families, and rose to being minority whip, and very proud that he's taken the time to be here. Also, somebody who knows a little something about Congress, I understand, Debbie Dingell may be in the House, DNC member. There she is in the back. Thank you, Debbie. You have an outstanding county executive here in Wayne County, Bob Ficano, who I just had a chance to say hello to. Where'd he go? He was around here somewhere. Maybe he slipped out somewhere. But I was very glad to have a chance to meet with him. Michigan AFL-CIO President Mark Gaffney. Give Mark Gaffney a big round of applause. Oakland County Commissioner Eric Coleman. Thank you. And Macomb County Democratic Party Chair Ed Brewer. Thank you. Well, earlier today, I went for a tour of the Chrysler stamping plant in Sterling Heights, and it's a remarkable plant. Anybody who's ever been in there, about $600 million worth of equipment, and even more importantly, some of the best workers in the world. And I listened to people tell me about how hard it is to get by in this economy. And the record oil prices means that it's even harder for automakers and auto workers, especially at a time when they're struggling to meet the demands of the 21st century economy. Since the beginning of this year, thousands of Chrysler workers have lost their jobs. The entire industry has shed 300,000 jobs in the past 8 years, about a third of which were lost in Michigan. That's hundreds of thousands of workers who will no longer be able to count on a paycheck to pay the rising costs of healthcare and college, gas, and groceries. And those who are lucky enough to avoid getting laid off are still feeling the pressure of restructuring. Not too far from here, at American Axle, UAW members have gone on strike to fight for good wages and good benefits and a decent standard of living. These are things that all hardworking families should expect and that UAW members deserve, and we stand in solidarity with the folks on the picket lines and the families that are impacted by this strike. Their struggle is part of a larger struggle that's being waged not just in Michigan, but all across this great country. It's a struggle to ensure that we have good manufacturing jobs so American workers can raise a family, have health care when they need it, put their children through college, and retire with dignity and security. They're common hopes, modest dreams, but they're slipping out of the reach of too many American families. Now, a big part of the reason auto workers are struggling on the factory floor is because of some decisions in the past that were made in the boardrooms. Rather than invest in fuel-efficient cars of the future, there were times where auto executives invested in the SUVs and larger trucks that may have helped meet rising demand, but guaranteed that they would be outpaced over the long term by competitors and that the industry's long-term problems would be harder to solve. But American automakers have been showing leadership in recent years. Ford has now tied Toyota in the quality of the cars they're making. They're spending more on R&D than nearly any other company in the world.